What's the gossip about you in the spirit world? And by spirit world, I mean that parallel and invisible realm inhabited by spirits, souls, and entities that exist alongside our physical world, like your spirit guides, your ancestors, your loved ones who have passed over to the other realm, the other side, and your guardian angels or your ascended masters, you name it. Okay, we're going to be tapping into what is being said about you or whispered about you in the spirit world. So we're going to see what's coming through. This one's going to be a little different, guys. Hi, my name is Diana, Psychic Intuitive here at the Magical Mermaid's Tarot channel, and before you are 4 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is from the Ocean Tarot, and the associated object is this crystal sticker. Pile 2 is from the Mermaid Tarot, and the associated object is this Teacup crescent moon star. Pile 3 is from the Melanin Mermaid Tarot, and the associated object is this book or grimoire with lavender leaf. And pile 4 is from the Tempest Tarot deck, and the associated object is this candle. You may choose based on which object or tarot card backing you feel most attracted to. If you can't decide which you're most attracted to, you can try the process of elimination method, whereby you eliminate the decks you don't feel attracted to at all, okay? And focus on those where you feel something. If you are still undecided or would like to choose an additional deck, choose an additional pile, then let me go ahead and add your zodiac signs. Be right back. For pile 1, we have the associated sun and rising signs, Aries, Aquarius, and Taurus. For pile 2, we have the associated sun or rising signs of Libra, Leo, and Cancer. For pile 3, we have the associated sun or rising signs of Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Pisces. And for pile 4, we have the associated sun or rising signs of Virgo, Gemini, and Scorpio. For pile 4, we have the associated rising or sun signs of Virgo, Gemini, and Scorpio. Feel free to pause if you need to. Take your time, make your choice or choices, and I will see you at your reading or readings. Welcome to your reading, pile 1. So what's the gossip about you in the spirit world? Let's move your number over to this side. Okay. You may or may not have chosen Aries, Aquarius, or Taurus. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, so let me do a vibe check on you here. What am I getting? So first of all, I'm getting that your spirit guides have been wanting to communicate with you. Yeah, about certain truths, okay? About certain truths. Truths that are going to bring you peace, okay? They want to bring you peace. That's what your spirit guides want to do, okay? They feel that you have been cultivating the energies of clarity for yourself and peace. So for instance, if you, whatever situation you're facing in life, the gossip about you in the spirit world is that you are facing up to the truth of your situation. You're not gaslighting yourself or like suffering from any delusions or any major delusions anyway, and that you're by and large been telling yourself the truth about what's going on, and that it's been bringing you a lot of peace. They're really proud of you because of this, okay? They feel that you've been following your wisdom. Pile 1, you've been listening. I feel like your spirit guides, from time to time, we get messages from the other side. We get like flashes of intuition or downloads or just like coincidences or patterns, or maybe the clock saying, 11:11 or whatever, we just get these little signs and symbols, or we might get like an animal totem message. We're coming home one day and there's a big white feather on our doorstep, or, your spirit guides are saying that you've been paying attention to these signs. You've been noting them. You've not been ignoring them. So bravo to you, Pile 1, that you are spiritually connected. You are, Pile 1. And you've been receptive to the wisdom, or letting that wisdom enter you. Okay. You've been letting that wisdom settle within you. You've not been shutting your eyes. You've been keeping your eyes open. You've been keeping your third eye open. You've been listening to your intuition. You've been paying attention to and following the signs. Wow, that's a beautiful message. You've been healing, and the message is that the gossip about you in the spirit world is that you have been a very compassionate person, and you're also an agent for healing. Okay, yeah, you're an agent for healing. Well, you have a good reputation. Like, you're making progress in your life. You're healing from certain things. You're not staying stuck. Even if something had happened to you, or you've undergone some trials or challenges, the gossip on you is that you've been working through them, and you've been processing them, and you've been allowing yourself to be spirit-led. You're not shutting out those instincts, those messages from spirit, and your own intuition. You've been clued in. You've been following the guidance that you've been given, and therefore have been healing. You've been enjoying tranquility. And you've been enjoying that spiritual connection. Okay. So you're not like lost and confused or anything like that. Okay. You've been connected. So bravo to you on that, Pile 1. That's the gossip on you, is that you're connected. You're paying attention. All right. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. We have the high priestess. Oh my gosh. I love it when there's resonance between what I'm picking up and what are in your cards. I shuffle them out. I don't know what's in the cards until it's time to do the reading. I find it's best that way. I like to be clear, okay, coming in. And then I like to be surprised at the connections. So that's a part of the readings that I enjoy doing for you guys. So we have the high priestess. Yeah. The gossip on you, Pile 1, is that you are highly spiritually evolved or developed, Pile 1. Okay. You may be psychic. You listen to your inner voice. You're very intuitive, and you are aware of the divine truth. The gossip about you is that you stay informed about spiritual principles. You study spiritual principles. You maybe even live by them. You are tapped into the Akashic records. That's what's being said about you, Pal. Well, that's your reputation. That's the gossip on you. Is that you're aware of the secrets of what's hidden from the other side, or that you have this bird's eye view. You can see what's coming. You can see the hidden truth or the deeper truth within a certain situation, that you have access to this type of information. Yeah, you're tapped into your unconscious or your subconscious specifically. And you're able to root out people who have hidden agendas against you, people who are keeping like bad secrets away from you, like maybe they have they don't have a good aim towards you. You're able to root them out. You're able to spot them. You're able to see and discern and scry them out. Okay, you know who those people are. You can sense when someone's not quite coming at you right, or something doesn't smell right. You have good intuition, Pile 1. That you listen. You have that inner hearing. You listen. Okay. We have the Page of Spears, which is the Page of Wands. Oh my gosh. Pile 1. People are saying the spirit on the spiritual side, the gossip on you is that you are looking very attractive these days. That your physical form is beautiful. You may be eating correctly or avoiding eating dirty things or tainted things or processed foods. Perhaps you fast, and the result is that you are a beauty, Pile 1. Okay, I'm not going by a certain physical type. I'm going by your beautiful period. Okay, you may have youthfulness to your form. Okay, I feel like the spirit world is actually paying attention to your physical form, which is very interesting. They feel that you are very explorative, and that you tend to you're very free-spirited too. You're very free-spirited, and you tend to go exploring life. You explore, or like whatever little intuitions or hints or downloads you get, you go exploring what that is. Okay, you don't get some message and you just sit around and be like, okay, well, that was interesting, and don't do anything about it. I feel like the gossip on you, Power One, in the spirit world, is that you are very, very you're very tied in to the spiritual world. Actually, you're very connected, and it guides your movements. They feel that you allow the messages from the spiritual world to guide who you are, to guide your explorations, to guide your passions, to fuel your passion, and kind of inform you of where to go next. So they feel that you are very adventurous, and you're willing to explore whatever your intuition says. Like for instance, if you're like, I feel like I want to pick up rollerblading or something. I don't know why. I just want to pick up rollerblading. And then, you're the type who will eventually, get those rollerblades. If you don't know how to rollerblade, you watch some tutorials, you'll figure it out, and then you'll get out there and start doing it, and thereby be led on this path that spirit world wants you to take, so you can learn something, you can gain something of value on your journey here in the physical world, in the physical realm. Fascinating. Okay, we have the Magician. So pile 1, the gossip on you, about you on the spirit world, is that you are a master manifester, that you take what is an idea or concept, and you bring it into the physical world. I mean, it keeps coming through consistently, that you take your desires, which are informed by your subconscious, okay, and your intuition about where you should go next, who you're meant to be. You take those desires and you can manifest them and turn them into reality, that you're really good about this, okay, that you have, once upon a time, you were in the spiritual realm, we all were, and now that you're in the physical world, the gossip on you is that you're handling it really well. You're handling being in the physical world really well. You've adapted very well, Power One. You've adapted. Even though you're very powerfully spiritual, you've also figured out how to, you've overcome certain challenges, especially when it comes to manifestation. Okay, you've overcome those, and you're successfully doing it, and you're building those muscles. Okay, I keep getting that, man, Power One's in good shape. Power One's in good shape, or they have a good shape, or they're very physically healthy. They look very good. That's what I'm getting. So there's a lot of admiration for your physical form, and a lot of admiration for your ability to bring things from the world of ideas or the world of intuition or feeling into the world of the physical. So you're being complimented on this. Spirit guides are also saying that you are really good at, there's something about trickery, something about you were able to fool someone. You fooled them good. I don't know what that's about. Maybe you're really good at doing makeup, or really good at some type of, maybe you work with illusion. Maybe you're really good at AI, or you do like graphical arts, or you're really good at making your body look a certain type of way, or you're able to change your form. You work with the way things look. You work really well with the way things look, and you know how to sort of manipulate things. You know how to sort of trick, maybe go with like the, you know how to manipulate the trick of the light. You may be a photographer and you may have some type of skill where you're really good at like manipulating things or making things look a certain type of way when they really aren't, like illusions. Take that as it resonates and leave the rest for others, okay? We got the Knight of Treasure, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. So they're saying that you are you're focused, you're driven, Power One. That's what they're saying about you, is that you're hardworking. When it comes to the realm of the material, yeah, I know what it is that they feel that you are actually very spiritual, but you've learned how to adapt and really like almost like you're fooling people into thinking that you're very material person. You're all about the material, you're all about the physical. You've mastered the physical. Maybe you work out in your body, you're very sensually driven, or you seem like you wear clothes and your body is very bomb, and you work very hard at your job, and you make good money or something like this, and you're really thriving in the physical realm. Even though I feel like what is being said here is that in the spirit world, what's being said about you, Power One, is that mostly you are very spiritual. you're more imaginary, more spiritual. You're strongest in the realms of like intuition, creativity, emotions, dreams, spirituality, magic. But you have taken those powers and used them to have dominion or become successful in the material realm. Wow. They feel that you have found a way to, what's being said, the gossip about you in the spirit world, pile 1, is that you're charming others. You're figuring out how to make others do your will or something. Like you figure out how to sort of like manipulate based on hard work. This is not one of those things where it's like you're a scammer or something. I mean, kind of, but not like in a bad way. But just you're able to manipulate and cause people to move a certain type of way, pile 1. Okay, that's what they're acknowledging about you in the spirit world. The gossip is that you know how to attract other spirits to yourself, meaning other people, and that they are dancing to the tune that you're making. Maybe you're a DJ and you make really good music, and you're being complimented for this, that people are dancing to the rhythm of your music. Or maybe you're a singer, or maybe there's just something you do or something you make or create, and maybe at your job or your career, and it's like people are feeling it, pile 1. That's what people are, that's what is being said about you in the spirit world, is that whatever it is you're doing on the physical realm, it's working as far as when it comes to convincing others, attracting others. Okay, it's like, people are sold about on what it is that you do. They're sold. They draw near you because it's like they can't resist what it is that you do. They want to be around you. This is what's being said about you in the spirit world. Fascinating. Okay, we have the 6 of treasures, so 6 of pentacles. So yeah, pile 1. They're saying that even though this is happening for you, you still treat people fairly. Okay, you still treat people fairly. Let me make sure. Yeah, you still treat people fairly. You treat them well. If for instance, if you have customers, say you are doing very well at a business of yours, they come by, they buy from you, you're very nice to them. You give them little freebies. This is just an example, okay? You give them freebies. You thank them, okay? You are humane. You're kind. It's not just about the money for you, pile 1. It's not. It's about connecting with the heart, giving back to the community. I feel like what's being said about you in the spirit world, pile 1, is that, wow, pile 1 is so good at, giving back to the community or giving back to others, or that the line of work that you've chosen is the type that is actually very helpful to people. It's not just, it's not some sort of toxic relationship. Like, for example, a toxic, which is not you, pile 1, is maybe you make super sweet, unhealthy, highly addictive substances and sell them, and then you addict a bunch of people and they come by buying it and they're getting unhealthy and unhealthier and unhealthier. No, they're saying, what you would be doing is maybe you found a way to trick people, right? We talked about trickery by creating some sort of sweet or dessert, but in reality you filled it with like fiber. You have, it's a healthy kind of sweet, like you use honey. You put in like, you put healthy things inside of it, and everything, none of it is processed. It's naturally made. And so when they come in and get some, your customers come to you, this is just an example, okay? When the customers come near you, they eat of it, and it's like, it's so delicious and it's so good for them, and they're not hyper addicted to it. So you're not making unethical money, pile 1. That's what the people, that's what the spirit guides are saying about you, is that we're so proud of pile 1 because pile 1 is not, doing something unethical for their business or line of work. They're doing something good. They're serving the community, or maybe you're doing something wholesome for the community. Maybe you have dance classes that help people, remain limber. Maybe you do that in the evenings and you're a dance coach or something, and this keeps people limber and they're having fun and they're getting to vent their stress and they're stretching their fascia, and and then when they're done, they're so happy, and you've added to the community. You've helped people feel better, and you're making your money in ethical, compassionate, and giving ways. That's what's being said about you, pile 1. Okay, people, also they're saying that you're very generous, you're very giving, especially to the younger generation. The younger generation, when they come around you, they're getting good things from you, not bad things. Wow, that's great. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at your first oracle card. We have 39, passage. I just heard rite of passage. So your spirit guides are saying that you may be undergoing a rite of passage right now, meaning that you're growing up. Okay, I don't care what age you are. Okay, it could be your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. You're going through a certain phase of life right now. You're transitioning between where you were and where you're going to be. So you're on the threshold, and this threshold has something to do with your spirituality. Okay, what you're studying, who you are internally. So this could be internal work. You're growing up. Pile 1. See, these are the things that they can see on the spirit, in the spirit world, that others can't see, is the inner workings. Okay, your inner journey is what they're seeing in the spirit world. Okay. Next, we're getting responsibilities, lessons, and growing up. You know, we mentioned something about growing up, didn't I, earlier? So you're here to learn, Pile 1. You're here on this physical realm to learn, to grow up. We're getting Syrians, B, responsibilities, lessons, and growing up. They feel that you're growing up, Pile 1. Spirit guides feel that you are doing what you came here to do. You are developing. You are progressing. You're passing all the check marks. Okay, everything is going smoothly. You're not stalling. You're not stagnating. Heck, even stalling and stagnating can be part of our journey, right? But in your case, Pile 1, they feel that you're just moving through. You're just making progress. Look, someone's walking through. They're about to, reach the threshold and out onto the other side, which is the next phase, right? Out of the forest. So I feel like, what's being said about you is that they're aware that you have been undergoing some sort of journey where it's like you've been sort of like caged in. And you've been, this caged in feeling where you've been feeling restricted or limited was really just a path to guide you where you needed to go. Okay, I feel like if you've been feeling caged in by your circumstances, of feeling like I'm stuck, or I don't know, I don't have any other choice but to go this way, or feeling like you have limited options, this is intentional. Okay, the spirit world is saying this has been intentional to help you, funnel you in the direction of your growth, maybe even force you to take responsibility for certain things that you would not otherwise have, to teach you certain lessons, and that this is causing you to grow up. You are growing up, Pile 1. You are. And they're gossiping about this in the spirit world, that you have taken on these challenges with strength. You're standing strong. We see someone standing strong here. We see someone standing strong here. The delts, the biceps, the triceps. So it could be maybe you've been, it could be as simple as, or including a workout regimen that you've been engaging recently. You've been working out. Your muscles have been growing. You've been toning up. This has been part of your spiritual development. If you have been dealing with certain challenges where others are contradicting you, okay, you're saying, well, I think we should do it this way, or I think this is the way to go. And they're like, nope, we're doing it this way. Topsy-turvy. We're going to be doing it a completely different way than what you think is right. Okay. It has been, spirit guides are acknowledging this is the way that you've been getting tested. You've been walking aright. Okay. You've been walking the right way, Pile 1, doing things correctly, honoring your spiritual calling, doing things in a karmically correct way, and following all the correct principles, even though all others around you have been losing their heads and acting crazy and walking around topsy-turvy and saying, nope, this is the right way up, and they're upside down, and you know it. You know they're walking upside down, Pile 1, but they're saying they're walking right side up. But you have not let that shake you or cause you to act different. Okay, you've kept your head while others were losing theirs, and this has been a rite of passage for you, Pile 1. And your spirit guides are so proud of you. This is the gossip on you, is that while others have been losing their heads, you've been walking aright, and that you're on the threshold of something major, something huge, the next phase of your life. You've done the right thing. You've made the right choices. Okay. Next, we are getting the High Lord of Gratitude and Service. Oh my gosh. We see this Buddhist monk here. Big smile. Landing on top of the Page of Wands. Selflessness, humility, and conscious action. Pile 1, I'm getting a lot of spiritual vibes here for you. Okay, the gossip about you is that you've honored your spirituality. You've honored or just honored spirituality, period. You've not neglected the spiritual side of life. You have not. Okay, and this isn't about, oh, going to church every Sunday. Okay, although it could be that too, but it's you've maintained and held on to your spiritual outlook as you have explored your way through life. Okay, you've just come through a major cycle where you were spending a lot of time on the spiritual realm, Power One. Your soul did. And you stepped onto the physical realm, and this is kind of a new thing for you. You know, and I'm talking about when it comes to cycles, right? I'm not saying the new thing first time ever that you've been in the physical realm, but it's been a while since you've been in the physical realm. And you're starting a new journey on the physical realm after having been in the spiritual realm for a long time. And I think this is part of why you're handling this lifetime so well, Power One. You understand that there's going to be difficulties, but you're ready. You're taking things on excellently well. You're honoring the physical while also maintaining your connection to the spiritual. This is the gossip on you. You have practiced selflessness. Okay, you've set yourself aside at times when you felt it was necessary to focus on the greater good. You've practiced humility. You've not made it about you. You made it about light. You made it about spirit. You know, giving back to your community. Okay, it's not about you. You've practiced this. And you've also practiced taking conscious action. Maybe I talked about how, you know, the spirit guides have been saying they send you messages, you receive these downloads, and you act on them. You don't just receive the downloads and sit around. Okay, this is the gossip about you, Power One, is that you're taking action and living that beautifully balanced life. Okay, next we have hands. Yes, you've been taking action, and specifically you've been taking action when it comes to connecting with others, teaming up with others. Okay, especially those who need the support, those who need to feel connected. You've been there to connect. And also I feel like spirit guides are also trying to say the gossip on you is that you know, you've been connecting with the spiritual side. You've been connecting. You have not been neglecting this. Successfully, you have been. They've reached out to you and you reached back. Bravo, Power One. Bravo. Next, we have number 26, Temperance, Snow Agate. Okay, Snow Agate on top of the Magician and Horse. So, Power One, the gossip on you is that you turn up the volume. You turn up the volume, Power One. You don't suppress the truth. You turn it up. Again, this message keeps recurring. You turn it up and you take action. I feel like you may have been, I keep getting that you've been physically active, Power One. Okay, the gossip on you is that you've been physically active, or that you've been listening to the messages from spirit guides telling you, hey, you need to be more physical. You need to get up. You need to walk. They feel you've been listening. They feel that you've been tuning in, dialing in, and that you've gotten up, maybe taken a walk recently, or gotten up and been more physically active recently because of these spiritual messages. Spirit guides feel that you've been listening, Power One. Spirit guides feel that you do not turn your back on the spiritual world, your intuition, which speak to you through your intuition. I also feel like, you know, spirit guides are saying that you've been, you know, you've been listening to good music. You've been listening to good music, and you have been engaging life in that way. You listen to good music. You've been staying informed, and they think this is a good thing, and you have used the information you received from the spirit world to inform your activities, to inform the direction you are moving your life in. Next, we have change. You've made certain changes. You worked hard to make certain changes. And that's the gossip on you in the spirit world, is that you have airlifted yourself. You see a hot air balloon. You've lifted yourself up out of a situation where you were stuck. We see this horse that was plucked out of a carousel. You know, carousel, you know, the horses are moving around, sure, but they're stuck. Their bodies are stuck. The route they take is stuck. They just do one thing, round and round, or merry-go-round, round and round and round and round again. And the gossip on you in the spirit world is that you have broken free of this repetitive motion that you were once stuck in. You've broken free. And this could pertain to a lot of things. It could pertain to the kind of people you used to hang out with. It could pertain to the type of job you were doing. You've been stepping out of your groove, the groove that you wore in, maybe because you recognize that you were stuck. It could be for that simple reason. and that it's time to go try something else, go try something different. We have the Wheel of Fortune. I let the chips fall, let the chips fall, let the chips fall where they may. Yeah, I'm seeing movement. You've been moving, pile 1. Okay? Could be many different things here. Take what resonates and leave the rest for others. But the gossip on you, pile 1, could be that you've been more physically active. You've been moving. Maybe you literally physically relocated and changed your life by moving out of a certain circumstance and into another. Okay? You've broken free of a certain set pattern. Okay? Maybe being around the same people, you realize maybe they weren't that great for you, or you have broken free of a stymieing situation that was limiting your options, or, and I feel like where you're headed, that's what spirit guides are saying, is that you are headed to a more lucky place, a place that's filled with more good fortune, good luck, more positive motion, positive movement. Okay? Next, we're getting real one, landing on top of the 6 of Pentacles, real one. You're a real one, pile 1. A person you trust. Yeah. Pile 1, people, the gossip about you is that you're trustworthy. You're trustworthy. You can be trusted to take care of children, even if you don't have your own. Or if you have your own, spirit guides have seen that you are trustworthy when it comes to the children that you were, given. Okay? Whether you're a teacher, whether you're a parent, whether you're a step parent, you can be trusted, pile 1. They've seen this, right? They know the truth. They can see you when nobody else can see you. When you're by yourself, when there's no one else looking, they can see the truth about you, pile 1. And they're realizing and they're saying about you that you're a real one when it comes to the care of children, when it comes to care of the community, when it comes to, just being a charitable person, being kind to others. Okay. Next, we're getting sacred space. Yeah. You've been teaming up, pile 1. I see the hands touching here. We got the hands connecting here. Got hands connecting here as well. So pile 1, I feel like what's being said about you is that you are seriously connected, pile 1. You're seriously connected. You've heard the message loud and clear, which is connect with others, support others. Maybe this is part of why you are here. You are fulfilling your life's mission, which is to help others, connect with others, be a ray of light for those who need you, be a shining example for those they're coming in after you, or the younger generation. You're teaming up with others for some type of community effort, and you're doing solid good work. This is the sacred space. You brought your spiritual values, okay, or what the messages that were being sent to you by your spirit guides, your ancestors, your loved ones who've passed, guardian angels, you name it, and they're seeing that you're acting these principles out by connecting with others. All right. And spirit guides are saying, the gospel about you, pile 1, is that you are supported. You are supported. You're being guided and you're being supported. You're working in tandem. You're doing teamwork with the spiritual realm. Okay. You're working in tandem, as above, so below, as within, so without. You're keeping it flowing. You're keeping things connected. You're a connecting point, pile 1. That's a gossip about you, is that you are a vector. You connect the spiritual world to the physical world, not just for yourself, but for others. You may be like an earth angel, pile 1. You may be an earth angel. That's what the gossip is about you, is that you're an earth angel, and you're here to transmit these powerful spiritual messages, energies, directives, instructions into the physical realm. And you're doing a great job at it. You're a real one. Okay, you're being real and being, what's the word I'm looking for? You're being honest, you're being responsible, you're being reliable when it comes to transmitting and translating and transmitting these energies into the spiritual realm. And thereby you are also lifting yourself up, right? You're ascending as a result. Okay. All right. Next we have guardian of light. Exactly, right? Pile 1, you're guardian of light. That is the gossip on you, is that you guard the light. Okay. Here you're guarding the light. Here you're guarding the light. The light can be trusted, entrusted with you, and it's being kept very safe by you. And you're using it to guide your path, right, in life. And you're using it to help others. It says here, I invoke the highest light to guard my path ensuring that only love and truth enter my space. Pile 1, you are an excellent guardian. You're an excellent guardian, and you're an excellent, there's another word, I can't think of it right now, but you're an excellent guardian of the light, and of the light that's within you. You keep the light within you very safe. This is the message. This is the gossip on you in the spirit world. Let's go ahead and take a look at your last 3 tea leaf cards. We got career. Wow. So the gossip on you in the spirit world, pile 1, is that your career is going very well. Your career is going very well. And even if you feel like it's not going well right now, understand that you're being guided, right? If you had any difficulty, it's that you're being guided towards, what others may be saying. What are you doing? You're not doing it right, or whatever. You're being guided to a good place in your career. Okay? That's a message coming through. This is the gossip on you. So your career is going very well. You focus, you buckle down, you stay focused, you work hard, and your career is doing very well. Okay? We have seahorse, family matters. You are an excellent custodian. That's what I was looking for. We got guardian, we got custodian of your family. Okay? You are bringing good luck to your family. There are people maybe around you who view you as family. That's what they're saying. Your family members also that have crossed over are keeping an eye on you. Okay? And they're saying really good things about you. That you have people on the other side that have passed on who are keeping an eye out for you. Okay? They're watching your progress through life. You definitely have family members who have passed on. Could be an ancestor or ancestors. It could be just family members within the last few generations, or even who have passed on. Maybe even this current generation. It just depends on, you would be the only one who could know, right? You know who's passed on and who's not. Who are looking out for you. Okay, they're looking out for you right now. We have heart, love, deep affection, and caring. You're loved, pile 1. You're loved. The gossip on you, pile 1, is that you have family members on the other side who love you very much. They see how big your heart is. If they feel like you are an excellent custodian of the light, the love that you're given, you pass along love, you pass along good feelings, goodwill, and you're very treasured in the spirit world as a result. Okay? You're very treasured. You're loved by family members who have passed. This is the gossip on you. And they also feel that the gossip on you, pile 1, is that another alternative message is that what they're trying to say is that someone is coming down the pipeline for you. They feel that maybe sometimes you may feel like you're not loved. You are loved, pile 1. You're loved. And you're also going to receive love if you are going through some type of transition, moving away from a certain situation, moving into another situation. They're saying that you're going to receive love where you're going, where you're ending up. You're going to be loved there. Okay. You may work in philanthropic. You may work in philanthropy, philanthropic charities, or something like this. And the gossip on you in the spirit world is that they're proud of what you're doing. That you really truly are living your life's calling by doing this, if that is what you're doing, which is caring for others, reaching out to others, outreach, philanthropy, charity. Or if you're just a spiritual type of person and you've chosen this path, it's your career. That's the gospel on you, is that this is what you're choosing to do, and it's being honored on the spiritual realm, in the spirit world. And that's what I'm seeing for you in the cards, pile 1, as to what is the gossip about you in the spirit world. If you've enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If it resonated, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I would love to chat with you. Take good care of you, okay? And I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye! Welcome to your reading, pile 2. So what is the gossip about you in the spirit world? What's the gossip on you? Okay, let's move your number over to the left. You may or may not have chosen the teacup symbol with the crescent moon shape and star. Well, you may or may not have chosen Libra, Leo, and Cancer. And if you didn't, that's okay. Your intuition led you here. That's just as powerful. Okay, let me do a vibe check here, guys. So the gossip on you in the spirit world, pile 2, is that, first of all, you are being talked about, okay, in the spirit world. There's a lot that's being said about you, okay? You're a star, pile 2. You're a star in the spirit world. That's how you're viewed. That's how you're talked about. You're a star, because of how receptive you are and because of your internal capacity. Okay. Apparently, the gossip on you is that you're like you're like an empty vessel. You're waiting to be filled with experience or emotion. And you're going to be taking in this information and using it for transformation. That's what you've been doing. And this ability to be receptive represents a profound, quiet strength, okay, within you. You're a really good listener. You're a really good receiver of people and also of messages from the spiritual side. You're really good at holding space for others' emotions and stories. And this suggests a quiet power that you have rather than always taking aggressive action. Okay. So spirit guides are saying the gossip on you, pal, too, is that you are a star because of this. You're a star. You may at times, not have a lot to give others, but you still manage to give to others. Okay. You're not like, oh, I don't have a lot of capacity. If you are one of those types where you don't have a lot of capacity for others, this doesn't stop you from giving from time to time. And this is what makes you special. You give what you can give. You don't say, well, I don't have much to give, so therefore you don't bother giving. You give what you can, pal, too. And that's what's being said about you. You're also very spiritually receptive, okay? In the sense of, it's like you are open to receiving divine nourishment, being filled and poured out for you. And you also pour that same divine nourishment out to others. You may be very good about passing along teachings or passing along certain wisdom that you have gleaned, that you have learned, that you've been given. You are good at passing this on to others. You remain near to the divine, Paltu, and you are very good at, like, for instance, let me give you an example, is you may be very good at perhaps praying or meditating. Okay, this is regular for you. Or you may have rituals that you regularly do or something. And you get downloads, you get spiritually fed, you get light, you get spiritual nourishment, which you then pass along to others. Maybe through your presence, through you as being a good example, or sharing this stuff verbally, speaking, talking, communicating. That's possible. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. We have the Three of Swords. So, Pal 3, you may have undergone a certain heartbreak or grief or sorrow. And spirit guides are saying the gossip on you in the spirit world is that you've learned from it. You've learned from it, okay? It hasn't just been sorrow for sorrow's sake. It's been a sorrow that's grown you up, okay? It's been sorrow that's provided spiritual nourishment. So, and I'm sorry if you went through anything heartbreaking or a loss that made you grieve or mourn, Pal 2, something you've lost. You may be going through a hard time right now, but I feel like spirit guides are saying, though, that you are learning through this. You are recovering also, okay? You're recovering. That's a gossip on you in the spirit world, is that you are recovering from this pain. You're learning from this pain. You're also really good about helping people deal with painful situations. That's possible. If it doesn't resonate, leave the rest for others. But what I'm seeing is that you may be very good, at helping people grieve or mourn the loss of something major, even, okay? Helping people move on. I'm also seeing, Pal 2, that you may, the gossip in the spirit world is that you have eliminated something from your life. A big struggle, a big issue that was causing a lot of trouble. You've eliminated it. I don't care what you're dealing with right now. You may even be in pain. But I feel like the gossip is that, yeah, they may be grieving it, but they're grieving the loss of something that was bringing pain. Or they're grieving the loss of something that needed to go. It was time for it to go. So you could maybe move on to your next phase, or, maybe this thing, maybe it was great, but it was holding you back. And you're moving through it very well. Okay? The process is processing. Okay? We have the Two of Swords. Yeah, you're not giving in to something, Pal 2. You're refusing to give in to, oh, I sit here and I mope and I mourn and I toss and I cry and I grieve. I'm not going to be doing that. So the gossip on you on the spirit world, pile 2, is that you refuse to mourn and grieve, either mourn or grieve at all, or mourn or grieve for too long, something, because you've learned, okay? You've recognized that maybe that thing needed to go, or that thing was not good for you, or it's time to move on. Spirit guides are saying that you're really good about keeping painful thoughts, memories, emotions out of your mind. You don't sit there and nurse hurt over and over and over again. You're not doing that. And this is a good thing, pile 2. You've learned and you're applying that knowledge. Next, we have judgment. Exactly. You've had a wake-up call, pile 2. Perhaps you used to be one of these types that would sulk a lot, mourn a lot, maybe one thing in particular, or maybe just in general. And you have heeded that call, pile 2. And the way you do it now is you just shut your mind. You just shut those thoughts out of your mind. You're like, I get it. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to fall for the temptation of wrestling with these thoughts or these emotions. I'm just going to put them out of my mind, because that's where I'm at this point in my life. And so now keep in mind, spirit guides can see what's going on inside of you, right? The spiritual world everything on the physical realm is plain to the spiritual world to see. This is your spirit guides, your ancestors, your loved ones who may have passed, your guardian angels, your masters, your spiritual ascended masters, whatever the case may be. They can see to the heart of the matter. And what they're seeing is that you received a call to let something be ignored. Okay? Something painful. And that you're doing it. And you're doing a good job. We got the 2 of Cups. You're choosing to focus on that which loves you back. Pile 2. You're choosing to be in union or partnership with someone who's loving you back, or a situation that's loving you back. You may have a really good relationship right now, and that's being gossiped about, being noticed in the spiritual world. You may be in communication with a certain entity from the spiritual realm, because I see one of these creatures is from the water and you're on the land. So you may be, this is just a message for just a few of you, not all of you, a subset. You may be in communication with an entity that it's very harmonious connection at this time. Okay. And you may be in communication with this spiritual being or entity. It's a good being. It's a good entity. Okay. Means you well, likes you back. If you're in a relationship right now, the gossip on the spiritual world or spiritual realms that this is a good relationship that you have right now. It's a good relationship. And you have turned away from focusing on heartbreaks of the past, either in this particular relationship, or you've turned away from relationships in the past that brought you so much pain, or that didn't want you to get along well with them. You've arisen, you've woken up, arisen, left that behind, and found a good relationship. Okay, that's one particular message. Or you have maybe changed certain patterns in your life. And instead of focusing on the pain, now you're focusing on the love. You're focusing on what works well for you. You're focusing on the moments where there is love. You're focusing on the moments where there's connection, rather than focusing on the moments where there is pain, loss, betrayal, tension. All right, we have the next tarot card is the 9 of Pentacles. So the gossip on you, pile 2, is that you're doing really well physically, materially right now. So even if you're going through some type of loss, entities from the spiritual world see the truth, which you may not see. You may not see it right now. It's possible. But you are actually in a very good financial place, and good financial things, success is coming your way. Okay? You worked hard for what you have, and right now things are going well for you. Enjoy it. And I feel like spirit guides are saying you deserve to be in this garden of good and plenty. You've come from a place where there was pain. You've learned how to tune it out, even though it wanted you to focus on it. Okay, you may be dealing with someone who was like, no, you will feel the pain. You will pay attention to me. I'm trying to hurt you. You need to focus on the hurt. And you have been like, no, I refuse to focus on the hurt. You've woken up. This could be you. This could be you fighting with yourself, trying to get you to be someone who focuses on hurt, trying to get you to be someone who focuses on how they hurt you. And you have stepped away from that. You've turned that down, and you're now focusing on the love in your life, the loving moments in your life, the loving experiences in your life. And you're focusing on the fact that you have plenty. And spirit guides are trying to tell you, if you're not seeing evidence of love and plenty, financial abundance in your life at this time, fasten your seatbelts and hold on, because it is coming. Okay? The gossip on you, pile 2, if you do not have a loving relationship right now in your life, if you do not have a job that's giving or a source of plenty, abundance, then you will be having these things. It's coming down the pipeline for you, without a doubt. Without a doubt. All right, let's take a look at your oracle cards. We have subtle realm. That's right in there with the spiritual realm. That is right in there with the spiritual realm. So, pile 2, the gossip on you is that you are making yourself more subtle. Okay, you're stepping away from the gross, okay, which is, the physical, the heavy realities of the physical realm, and you're spiritualizing yourself and becoming more subtle. You can see a lotus flower here, which is, the beauty that is born of the muddy swamp. Okay, you're taking what was yucky and you're transmuting it into something light, ethereal, subtle, beautiful. Okay, I feel like your guardian angels are bringing you the gossip, pile 2, is that your guardian angels are bringing you the gift of rebirth. We're seeing that there. Okay, it's a gift. And they're bringing you the gift of resilience, purity, and spiritual enlightenment. And part of how you got there is through the pain. Part of how you got there is through what was yucky. Okay? So this has been a gift in reality from your guardian angels. Okay? From your guardian angel, to help move you towards a more beautiful existence, a more beautiful reality. We have starseed, see? Self, memories, and identity. You may be starseed, pile 1. In fact, pile 2. In fact, you are. This card would not be coming up if you are not starseed. This is a head nod, an acknowledgement of the type of being that you are. Okay? You are starseed. And you are, I feel like memories of this are being stirred within you, of your identity, your true identity. You are probably one of those individuals in the new age. I myself am an indigo child, which is a category, starseed type person. And starseeds are those who believe their souls originated from other planets. So you are a universal being. You're having a universal experience, okay? Maybe you've come to Earth for the first time. It's possible. All right? And maybe this is part of why you struggle on Earth. Maybe you've had some struggles on Earth in your human form. And this may be due to the fact that you are actually starseed from another star system, arriving on Earth to help guide humanity toward a golden age. You have a strong sense of purpose to help heal the planet. That's who you are. You've seen this pain. Maybe you help people get over pain. You are here to help people. This is your identity, okay? To heal this planet. That's a gossip on you, pile 2, in the spirit world. You may be an earth angel too. That's another message coming through. And whatever experiences, even if you've experienced pain on this planet, it's all been a gift to help you realize your aims as a starseed individual. Okay, let's move on to your next oracle cards. We have the River Queen, flow, letting go, and natural movement. And cards. Wow, we're looking at your cards right now. So, pile 2, the gossip on you in the spirit world is that it's like you know who you are. You know who you are. You know your calling. You know your destiny. Any moments of confusion about who you are or where you're supposed to be headed have been just that, moments. You by and large know who you are, or you will know who you are. You're on a journey. And you may be, I'm getting a River Queen. This is like a mermaid, right? And you're watching the Magical Mermaids Tarot channel here. So you may be attracted, this is about affinity, okay, to this sign or symbol, because you are a creature of flow, okay? And you're a creature who's here to help people let go. Remember, you're here to help people heal. You're here to help people. You're here to help heal the planet. You're here to help heal planet Earth. And part of how you're going to be doing that, or you have been doing that, pile 2, this is the gossip on you, is that you help. You are mastering flow yourself and letting go, so you can help others master flow and letting go. This is how you make this planet less dense and more subtle. Okay, this is how you are spiritualizing planet Earth, is by teaching the principles, either by modeling it to others or by mastering it yourself, is mastering flow, letting go, natural movement. Some of you may be dancers. This may be part of how you let go. Is maybe you teach dance. Maybe you are a dancer. Maybe you're a swimmer. You engage and you use the healing properties of water to help rinse and let go, flow, any kind of tensions, okay? Any kind of stuck energy. You may be a card reader. It's possible. You may be a card reader. You may also be a tarot reader like me. You may, and this is part of what you're here to do, is the gossip on you, pile 2, is that you maybe use your cards to help you understand and let go of certain things that are difficult to let go, or you use your cards, or you use your divination methods, whatever they are. It doesn't have to be cards. It could be other methods. It could be water scrying, okay? And you use this to help others let go. All right, you are letting go, pile 2. You're letting go of the pain. You're letting go of the tension. You're letting go of the stagnation, so you can flow. All right, and this is the gossip on you, pile 2. Next, we have mature woman and life. Mature woman and life. You've grown up, pile 2. You've wised up. Okay, and this doesn't necessarily mean that you're literally an elderly person or that you're old. You could be in your 20s or 30s. But the bottom line, the gossip on you, pile 2, is that you are advanced. You're wise. Your third eye chakra is open. You may be psychic. Okay, you may be a psychic yourself with strong abilities, strong intuitive abilities to help people wake up, level up, and ascend. I'm getting like, this is like karmic, past life, next life type stuff. Okay, you may be someone who is helping birth. You may be a midwife of souls, pile 2. This is what's being said about you. You may be a midwife of souls. Also getting that this lifestyle, and just take it as it resonates and leave the rest for others. And I see that you help others, be birthed, come out of that amniotic sac or amniotic fluid, and they come out of the amniotic sac and they're born into this realm, and you help them through the power of your open third eye to guide them through life. You're a guide, pile 2. This may be your calling. Okay, you're a starseed, you're a guide, you're an earth angel, or you're an earth angel. You may have at one point inhabited the form of a watery creature like a sylph or a mermaid. That's probably why you feel affinity with this channel. I know I have. And that's why, we're a soul tribe around here, pile 2. So welcome. But what I'm getting, pile 2, also is that you are wise beyond your years. Okay, and I'm not trying to gas you up here. I'm just telling you that this is the gossip on you in the spirit world. They're recognizing you for who you are. You're here to give life. You've been giving life. You've been helping people, for some of y'all. Okay, and your work is being noticed in the spiritual realms. Your work is being seen and acknowledged. Next, we have opportunity, landing on the 2 of Cups, and we got the beautiful crescent moon there. The 9 of Cups. I'm a dream maker. So, the gossip about you, pile 2, in the spirit world, is that you have very strong feminine powers. Okay, you help out when it comes to transformation. Perhaps you're transforming yourself. You may be transforming yourself when it comes to your intuition or your empowerment. You are very good at fulfilling your own wishes, manifesting for yourself. You may be a master manifester, pile 2. This is the gossip on you. When it comes to manifesting opportunities for yourself, especially romantic ones, okay? Or it could be that if that's not the case, then I see that you're very good at manifesting opportunities to connect with other souls and help other souls attain their wishes, help their dreams come true, pile 2. I'm also getting that your dreams, your wishes are coming true when it comes to perhaps fertility. Perhaps you want to have a child, or perhaps transformation. You want to transform yourself from one type of creature into another type of creature, or being, from one type of being into another type of being. your dreams have come true. You're making your dreams come true when it comes to your powers of intuition. Okay, you're becoming more and more powerfully psychic. We're getting that with the third eye chakra, the mature woman, the river queen. Okay, you are with starseed for sure. You're very powerfully psychic, pal, too. Perhaps this is something you were wanting for yourself and you've been trying to develop for yourself. And spirit guides and the gossip on you in the spiritual realm is that you are succeeding on this front, like with flying colors. Wow. You're able to see beyond the illusion. See who are your real friends. See who you're meant to be associating, affiliating with. Helping people find their soulmates. Helping, linking people up with opportunities that match their vibe, right? Okay, next we're getting number 5, Bop. A great song. Okay, you may be a singer. Spirit guides are saying that you may be really good at singing or have a singing talent. Or, or also I'm getting abundance. Yeah, I got that, right? With the 9 of Pentacles, we got that here for you. So if you have not, or if you're not already wealthy, Pal 2, or even if you are already wealthy, Pal 2, they're saying the gospel on you in the spirit world is that you're going to become more wealthy. You're going to become more wealthy. There is more wealth coming your way, physically speaking, resources, money, finances. Financially speaking, you're going to be a wealthy person. Okay, this is the gossip on you is that you're doing very well right now and that there is more coming your way. Something you invested in is going to pay off. It could be that some of you guys are professional singers or songwriters. That song is going to pay off. You got a hit on your hands. You got a hit. Or there's something you've created or that you're creating. It's a hit. That's what is being said about you on the spiritual realm. It's a hit, Pal 2. Wow. Okay, let's take a look at one of your last few oracle cards here. We have family line. Okay, so you have people that are currently in your family, family that has passed over, that in communication with you. These are the people who are gossiping about you right now on the spiritual realm. These are the beings. They're saying you released all inherited patterns of limitation and suffering, choosing instead to embody the highest expressions of my lineage's potential. Pile 2, the gossip about you on the spiritual world is that you're breaking generational curses. Perhaps in your family line, there was always this like woeful mentality, maybe a bent or leaning towards depression, and you have broken past this. You do not let, I'm just giving an example, you do not let depression hold you back like it did your forebears or your predecessors. And the gossip on you is from your family members who have passed over, and they're like, bravo, they're so proud of you. They're proud of you. Look, we got a white gray-haired woman here and a white gray-haired woman here. They're saying you're wise, that you've attained a certain wisdom that eluded your forebears. You have broken a generational curse, and you no longer allow for some of the things that held back your ancestors to hold you back. You've broken through. You're now embodying the highest potential of your lineage. So what I'm getting is some of the highest potential of your lineage is your ability to dance and sing. Maybe this is something that you are meant to do here. Okay, is to master and become a master entertainer or singer or dancer, or something like this. Another maybe this is something maybe as an example, maybe this is something that was always there as a talent, but maybe your family members did not take it to its highest potential, and you are, or you're destined to do this. That's one example. If it doesn't resonate, leave the rest for others. Or being a very spiritual person and very intuitively powerful, and using it to support life, using it to uplift others. Okay, using it to bring a smile to people's faces, or being a good matchmaker, or maybe what had happened with your forebears was maybe there were unsuccessful relationships, generationally speaking. Unsuccessful relationship after unsuccessful relationship after unsuccessful relationship, generationally speaking. And the generational curse you're going to be breaking is you're going to find the love of your life who will love you and stick with you. And it's like you're going to find your actual true match, someone who's ready to grow with you, someone who's a quality being, that unicorn, right? ready to ascend with you, ready to align with you, appreciating what you have to bring to the table, feeling a strong kinship with you, and it's there to stay. Maybe this isn't something your forebears experienced, and you're going to be experiencing that, and that way you've broken the generational curse. Maybe poverty, and you're breaking through that as well. Okay, you're breaking that generational curse and manifesting wealth and abundance into your life. This is the gossip about you in the spirit world. You're doing something different from what they did. All right, let's take a look at your last few tea leaf cards. We have good luck. Yeah, they're saying you're very lucky. Pile 2. They are saying that you are manifesting some seriously good luck in your lifetime. That's the gossip on you. Pile 2. They're saying, well, she's luckier than me. She's found a way to tap into the good flow where we couldn't. Maybe it was just sad stories in the past about, how, Auntie Letty, this happened bad to Auntie Letty, and then this went wrong, and this man treated her wrong, and Uncle Joe almost made it, but he never did. Like sad stories, and you're breaking through all of that. And you're manifesting luck. You're manifesting your dreams coming true. You're manifesting love. You're manifesting wealth. You're manifesting blocking out negative patterns that want to take hold because of your genetic tendencies. And this is the gossip on you, is that you're breaking through all these generational curses. Exactly, ego, triumph over troubles and obstacles. You're just jumping over hurdle after hurdle after hurdle. That's the gossip on you in the spirit world. Pile 2 is that you're not letting this stuff, generational curses hold you back. You're the first in your line to maybe finish going to school, or I don't know what it is, Paul, to apply to your situation as it fits. Okay, there's something you're doing that it's like you're the first of your kind to overcome it. You're glowing, you're powerful. For some of you're a powerful witch, a good witch. Okay, here to do good in this world, here to support life. You see that? Life. You're breaking through your genetic destiny, and you're bringing in light, laughter, not pain, laughter, love, abundance, triumphing over troubles and obstacles instead of being held back or stymied by them like your predecessors. We got June. So the gossip on you in the spirit world, part 2, is that something's happening for you in June. That's one of the messages. Something's happening for you in June. Could be maybe there's a family member called June. That's going to be relevant for maybe just one or two of you. And I feel like what's going to be happening for you in June is there's some sort of long awaited wish, something you've been waiting for. It's something that's eluded you, something that's been shady in the past that's finally going to come to fruition for you in June. It could be a love. It could be love related. It could be you'll meet your soulmate or the love of your life in June. Or maybe you'll be getting married because I'm seeing white and flowers. And they're acknowledging this. The gossip on you, a lot of times in the spirit world, they not only can they see what's currently happening, they can see what's happened in the past, and they can see what's coming in the future. It could be that they're happy for you because they can see that you're overcoming whatever used to hold the rest back, and you're going to, no matter what age you are, no matter where you're at, you're going to be getting something. Perhaps it's love, or it's just something you really, really love. Okay, maybe you've been wanting to sail the seas all your life, and maybe in June you will finally be able to buy a boat. I don't know what it is. Okay, apply it to your situations if it fits. Or maybe something that's always eluded you, something that's always been shady, it's finally going to clear up, and you're going to see beauty in the beauty of this thing in June of this year. And that's what I'm seeing the cards for you, pile 2, as far as what is the gossip on you in the spirit world. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If it resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. I would love to chat with you. Take good care of yourself, okay? And I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye! Welcome to your reading, pile 3. So what is the gossip on you or about you in the spirit world? Let's move your number over here, pile 3. You chose this book or grimoire with lavender leaf. And you may or may not have chosen Capricorn, Sagittarius, or Pisces. And if you came here based on your intuition, that's just as powerful. And that's totally well and good. Now, let me see what the vibe is here. Let me see what messages I'm getting for you, pile 3, and what is the gossip on you right now in the spirit world amongst your, the spirit guides your ancestors, your loved ones who may have passed away, your guardian angels, your ascended masters. So pile 3, what I'm getting for you is that the gossip is that you're very knowledgeable. Pile 3, you're very knowledgeable. They feel that you have read a lot, you understand a lot, you've taken in a lot of information. I'm hearing walking encyclopedia, either about life in general or about a specific matter. So they feel that you know a lot. Just take it as it resonates and leave the rest for others. Okay, pile 3. I'm also getting that they feel that you are very powerful, a powerful manifester when it comes to using words. That's the gossip on you, pile 3. Using words or scripting or writing or journaling. You're very powerful in this way. Okay, you may also have like writing talent. I feel like the gossip on you, pile 3, is that you may have a book in you that you are going to be publishing, or you have some kind of script or tome that you are about to release or will be releasing. You have it in you, pile 3. Okay, if you haven't released it yet or been thinking about it, this is confirmation of that. You should go ahead and do that. Okay, that's the gossip. I'm also getting, pile 3, the gossip on you is that you have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of wisdom, or you may be going to school or having some type of intellectual pursuit, which they're giving you a head nod to. They're encouraging this, they're supporting you in this. This is good news. Okay, they feel that you may be like a receptacle or like a depository or repository of all the knowledge from your ancestors, or maybe from your grandmother or your mother. Maybe there's a book you have where they have written down certain things for you. Okay, and they want you to pay attention to. That's important. And maybe they feel you have been paying attention to this. And they're very pleased that you have this information with you in a book that's been passed down through the generations as possible. Take that as it resonates and leave the rest for others. They feel that you're a very good writer, pile 3. You're very good scribe. You're very good with words. You're very good at crafting sentences, putting together ideas and thoughts, and helping to establish trust, and helping to establish certain thought forms and put certain thought forms out in the world. Whatever it is that you're writing, it's good stuff. If you're writing a book right now, pile 3, the gossip on you in the spirit world is, first of all, they're aware you're doing it, and it is good stuff. Keep it going. Keep going. Keep doing it. Okay? I feel like I'm also getting pile 3 that the gossip on you in the spirit world is that you know what, you're not a loudmouth. You're not putting all your stuff out there. You're not always like saying everything. You keep your secrets. You maintain a certain mystery when it comes to others. So you're very careful with what you share, which is a good thing. They're acknowledging it's a good thing. This has been good for you. You may be someone who understands topics that is very hard for other people to understand. Maybe you may be a math major or into the occult, things that are rarely known or difficult to understand. So they're acknowledging your genius, your specialness in that regard. You may be into occult studies. You may be privy to certain divine revelations that are not yet meant to be understood or revealed by others. You may be privy to this. Also, the gossip on you in the spirit world, pile 3, is that you finally put something to rest. Okay, you finally ended something maybe that was troubling, something that was dark. You put that chapter to a close in your life, and that's being acknowledged in the spirit world. Interesting. Okay, there is a certain purity, devotion, calmness, and grace to you that your spirit guides are applauding. It's you're being healed. You're being healed from this dark chapter. Perhaps it was a period of instability or confusion, and I feel like you're bringing that to a close, because it's like you're informing yourself. You've learned things. You're bringing that period of uncertainty and darkness to a close, and this is being acknowledged in the spirit world. Okay, let me take a look at your first tarot card. We have the Hanged Man. Okay, spirit guides are acknowledging that you have made a sacrifice. You've let something go. Okay, you've let something go. You're not you're no longer sabotaging yourself. You're letting things lie. You're no longer messing around with something maybe that's not good for you. So bravo on that. You are allowing yourself to suspend certain past thoughts you used to have, or certain habits you used to have that maybe you've now recognized weren't doing you any favors, or were leading you down the wrong path, or just not, or maybe keeping you stuck. And you have surrendered this person or this thing or this idea or this way of life in favor of being uncomfortable, right? When we surrender what we're used to, even when it's not good for us, we have to go through a period of discomfort. So you're being acknowledged on spirit world right now for doing the honorable right thing and allowing yourself to go through this period of discomfort. It could be as simple as maybe letting go of maybe you have damaged hair and you cut it off. You're like, okay, this, maybe you bleached it, or you over relaxed it or something, and it's just, you finally reach that point, you realize, you know what, I need to cut this hair off. I need to cut it off and let myself have short hair for a time. I'm not used to short hair. I don't want short hair, but at some point, this is symbolic, guys, okay? Or it could be literal. Take it as it resonates. At some point, I gotta just let my hair be natural and healthy. And if your healthy hairs remain attached to the unhealthy hairs, that can cause split ends, and it's just not good. Sometimes it's best to let go of what's not working in order to make room for what's new and better. So you've allowed yourself to be going through this. Maybe it's schooling. Maybe there's something you're doing where you're sacrificing for the greater good, or for the sake of something better coming your way in the future. And your spirit guides, the gossip on you is that this is being noticed, this is being acknowledged as a good thing. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups. There's new love in your life. Perhaps you may have found someone who's very loving towards you, and this is being acknowledged on the spirit realm. Okay, it's being acknowledged that either that you found a new relationship, or the person you met is going to be very loving towards you and they're giving you a thumbs up on that. Or another message I'm getting is maybe you are now more loving towards yourself. You realize you got to love yourself first. You got to actually truly view yourself as lovable. And then if someone else loves you, you're like, yeah, I know, right? It's easy to see yourself getting loved because you love yourself. And so maybe this is something you had to go through. You had to grow in, learn about. And this is being acknowledged. A lot of times in the spirit world, they can see what's happening on the inside that others cannot see. In the physical realm, they cannot see from the outside. They can see the goings-ons that's happening within you, your growth phases, your realizations, your awakenings, and everything. The domino effect from within to without. So, the gossip on you, Pile 3, is that you are loved right now. You're loved. And you're loving yourself. Okay, you may have found something you love too. Perhaps you may be pregnant. You may got pregnant with a baby right now, and that's the gossip about you in the spirit world. Or you may have a loving relationship, or maybe you've finally gotten time to get away, to go on vacation. Maybe they're saying that's coming down the pipeline for you. You're gonna be going to a beautiful place to have a vacation. Next, we're getting the Two of Swords. So I feel like the gossip is that despite the fact that you have dealt with people who were indecisive towards you, or maybe a situation where you were treated in a way that showed that someone wasn't looking out for you entirely, like there was some divided loyalty going on, or like someone was in denial about you, or undecided about you, or avoiding you. I feel like the gossip on you is that you are loved regardless. Okay, you're loved. You're loved by someone. You might be loved by someone who's being very patient with you. That's what I'm seeing as well. Someone who's willing to make sacrifices for you. Spirit guides are also saying that you have been showing a certain strength about not choosing to love and not war, right? Choosing to love and not to make love and not make war. You've been choosing love over being avoidant. That's possible. I feel like you've been tuning something out. Spirit guides are saying the gossip on you is that you've been tuning someone or something out. The King of Pentacles, okay. So probably been tuning a man out, okay. Maybe been tuning out, tuning that person out when it comes to difficulties. When it comes to something challenging, you're deciding not to focus on the negatives. You've been deciding to focus only on the positives when it comes to this very like successful person in your life, like a stable provider or an employer. Perhaps you've decided to stop, maybe because you were sacrificing yourself at one point and making certain sacrifices, having to let go of certain things, or go through a phase that makes you uncomfortable. You know, and just allow for certain things, knowing that you're going to receive bigger things. Okay, so for instance, it's like sacrificing your Friday night partying so that you can study instead and pass your exams for college, so that you can eventually have a really good job or really good career in the long run. And that would be, you know, way more important than partying every Friday night. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like your spirit guides are saying that you're choosing to sacrifice certain things and focus on love, and turn a blind eye to tensions and conflict. And when it comes to a certain person, or when it comes to a certain ideal, or when it comes to your career, or, you know, it could be your boss. I don't know what it is, but I feel like a father figure or a husband even, or an investor. You're choosing to not focus on the negatives. You're choosing to focus on what you love about this person or what you love about this situation. And I feel that that's what's the gossip about you in the spirit world. We have the moon. Oops. We're getting secrets, hidden truth, insecurity, doubt, deception, intuition, illusion, misconception. So pile 3, the gossip about you in the spirit world is that you have a certain intuition about things. So, you know, you have a certain strong sense of intuition, so that when one thing appears a certain way, and like for instance, if you have a malfunctioning car, and, you know, this is just an example, and or a friend who acts shady sometimes, but something inside of you tells you that the situation is not a throwaway. Okay, something inside of you has told you, even though it seems shady and weird and some bad things are happening, to be patient, to work through it. And, you know, spirit guides are saying that you're really strong in this when it comes to seeing past illusion, the illusions of hostilities. You've learned to face your fears. Perhaps there was some kind of truth that was hidden from you, and you have the psychic power and abilities to be able to pierce the veil, so to speak, and look beyond and see what the truth is about the situation. And, you know, the gossip is that you have learned to see that who you're dealing with is someone who will be stable and who will always be there for you, or a situation or a career that's always going to make you money. It's always going to, you know, have your back, and it's not a fly-by-night career. So even if there have been tensions or things you find very uncomfortable about the situation or this person, you are deciding to choose love and not war. You're choosing love and not war. You're choosing a relationship with this person, romance, joy, instead of, you know, hostility or distancing yourself. I feel like spirit guides are also saying in the gossip about you is that you've chosen to sort of allow yourself to vacillate between these two things when it comes to this person or the situation, because the vacillation, I think that you have decided that that's okay because of what you stand to gain from it. Perhaps it's a very financially profitable situation, and so maybe spirit guides are saying the gossip on you is that you have found a way to be okay with this sort of vacillation, or going back and forth, or choosing love and not war whenever challenges present themselves. Yes, yeah, the gossip on you, spirit world, pile 3, is that it's like, you know how when we're here on earth, we don't have all the answers, and, you know, we're being put through certain tests, certain challenges to help grow us up, you know, that we gotta, you know, hack it, figure out the code, and it's like we're in a game, like we're in a simulation, right? And you're gonna have to figure it out, this aerial view of what's happening. Okay, you don't have the cheat codes, but maybe, you know, sometimes, occasionally, we may have the cheat codes. And I feel like the spirit guides are saying that you're very strong when it comes to seeing past illusion. This is a major key trait with you, pile 3, and you're very strong when it comes to accepting, making certain sacrifices and accepting suffering. To be honest, you know, you're able to withstand what sucks. And, you know, that is not a little thing. It's a major trait, major feature, and not one that many people have. Okay, this is the gossip on you, pile 3, is that you are special in the sense that you're a bit cunning. You can kind of see past the illusion that life is trying to throw at you to get you to maybe walk away from a very financially lucrative situation, and you are not allowing the illusion. You're able to pierce the veil and see that, oh, it really is going to be okay, and it's never going to become a tower situation where everything's just all, you know, discombobulated. What it is that you just have to be comfortable. You've figured out that you need to be comfortable with things vacillating back and forth between a romantic loving situation or a happy situation, between that and just sometimes if things get hard, just ignore them. Just keep your distance and go your separate ways, you know, for the time being. That's kind of vibe I'm getting from this. So that's a gossip on you in the spirit world. Let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle cards. We got karma. So it's pile 3. Let me look at your next one. We have Taosetians, resilient, bold, and sassy. So pile 3, they're saying about you in the spirit world that you have figured out that whatever happens in this lifetime with this person or this situation, you're going to leave it up to karma to sort it out. Okay, you're going to leave it up to karma. I think, you know, the spirit guides are, you know, are whispering about you in the spirit world that pile 3 has figured out that, you know, if she's mistreated, it's not up to her to get vengeance. It's not up to her to get revenge, or it's not up to him to try to balance the scales. It's not up to him to get his back. He needs to, pile 3 has learned to leave it up to that is that person's karma. And if I get involved and dirty my hands and get mad or want to get back at them or whatever, then I'm taking on that karma. So the gossip on you, pile 3, is you figured out a certain foo. It says you're resilient, bold, and sassy. You have learned how to, you know, be strong despite these challenging circumstances that you've been dealing with. I feel like you may have been dealing with a situation where you have to sort of bear with certain discomforts, and, you know, in difficult situations that you find very very untenable, very uncomfortable, but you've taken the heat. You've taken the heat, pile 3, and it's made you become a very resilient person, and not at all like a pushover. It's not the kind where you're like just taking crap. It's not taking crap. That's not what I'm seeing, pile 3. What I'm seeing, what's being said about you, pile 3, on the spirit realm, is that you are building strength, that you are tough, and you've learned to be tough and learn to understand the situation. And your understanding is, hey, I'll be strong, I'll be here, it's good for me to grow up, I'm gonna be bold, I'm gonna be strong, I'm gonna be powerful, while whoever's hurting me, that's their karma. So they'll have to answer to their karma for this, and I don't have to be the one to teach them anything, or maybe not teach them anything, but I don't have to be the one to get the revenge, right? So also, pile 3, what they're saying on the spirit realms about you is that you're earning good karma. You are earning some seriously good karma, you know, as you are dealing with certain things. And I feel like you're being very noble here, pile 3. You're being noble, you're being virtuous, and spirit guides are saying that you are earning your stripes. Okay, you're earning white roses are being sort of grown for you in the spirit realm. White roses or white carnations are a symbol of purity and love on the spiritual realm, and it's like you're being celebrated on the spiritual realm. And what's happening is you're generating karma for yourself, and the kind of karma you're generating, pile 3, and this is what they're saying about you, is purity. You're pure in this situation. Is innocence. You're innocent. So if you're dealing with bullies, if you're dealing with someone who's turning you into a martyr, and they're kind of abusing your maturity by doing certain things and persisting and being a certain way, or mistreating you or whatever, you are generating innocence. You are generating pure love on the in the spiritual realm that you're going to be reincarnating with, okay, at another time. And you have a lot of good things waiting ahead for you, pile 4. That's what there's pile 3. That's what they're saying, is that, wow, pile 3 is on the path of, I mean, I don't want to say you're on the path of being a saint, pile 3, but it's just like, it kind of is like that. Like, they're saying, oh my gosh, because of what you're doing here, pile 3, and the way you're withstanding, and you're standing strong, and you're not letting yourself be pushed around or deterred from how the life you were supposed to have. What's going to end up happening is you're going to have either 3 great loves in your future, or you're going to have 3 amazing, beautiful lives waiting for you in your your incarnations. Or, there's just something about some gifts that are waiting for you, or you're going to inherit 3 powerful spiritual gifts as a result of what you're putting up with in this lifetime, as a result of what you're enduring. Okay, what you're standing strong in. And it's not like it's making you weak or it's making you strong, pile 3. What you are doing is making you very powerful. This is what they're saying about you, is you're becoming powerful, you're becoming spiritually gifted, and there's some spiritual gifts awaiting you as a result. There's a garden sort of being grown for you, and you have these huge, giant white carnations growing. And it could be you will be receiving them and enjoying them in this current life. Also, I'm getting that you will be given access to something beautiful. And, I'm not entirely sure what that is. Let's get some information about that. What is pile 3 going to be gaining access to, according to the gossip in the spirit world? Okay, I got these 2. But what is pile 3 going to be gaining access to when it comes to... Okay, all right. Wow, all the green ones are popping out for you. Jesus. And I'm not making it up. They're just all popping out. Let's see what they're saying. Okay. Happiness. Oh my gosh. So pile 3, if you continue to stand strong, not only is it going to build you strength, okay, persist through these challenges that you've been dealing with, okay, you're going to be very happy in life. You're going to be very happy, especially if you commit to that philosophy of, the philosophy of cultivating happiness. Remember, happiness is a skill, right? It's not just everything's perfect for me, so therefore I am now happy. Because even when things are perfect, you're not going to be happy. That's not how life works. It's almost like it's like a reverse psychology or something. You have to be happy first. You have to be a happy type of person who cultivates happiness, and then things that make you happy will be attracted to you. Okay, so I see that happiness though is going to be coming to you as a result of what you've been putting up with, allowing yourself to be uncomfortable through certain situations. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, where you're having to be patient and having to be like, bite your tongue, or having to be like, oh my gosh, I want to quit, or I just want to get out of here. But you just take a deep breath, just relax. This is not good, of course, but just chillax, and it's making you stronger. Pile 3. It's making you a stronger person, able to I'm not saying just put up with things and be a doormat. No. Internal spiritual strength. Okay, this is a spiritual gift that you're getting, and also I get the feeling that you're not the one to be pushed around. I feel like you might be staying strong in a situation where someone is trying to push you around, but you refuse to be pushed around. And this is what the gossip about you in the spirit world, pile 3, is that they're noticing that you're standing strong. You don't let people push you around. You're bold, you're sassy, you're not allowing yourself to be pushed around. We got marriage. Okay, so for those of you who are marriage minded or have a marriage or heading in that direction, I'm seeing the explicit message is you're going to end up in a happy marriage. Maybe I talked about 3 great loves, or it could be starting in this lifetime, and then spilling over into the next. You're going to have a happy marriage. Okay, we got protection from a powerful friend. I'm also seeing loyalty. I'm also getting pile 3 that this is a business thing. Maybe you're not marriage minded, and this is about work. This is about your career. This is about people that you're dealing with. I see that you're going to come into union with some faction or entity or person, or I don't know what it is, or some partner, and it's going to be a happy connection. It's going to be a happy connection. This is what you're gaining access to, okay? You're also gaining access to loyalty. Someone's going to be very loyal to you, okay? That's what it comes down to. They will not cheat. They will not be trying to figure out what else is going on out there. No. Opportunities are waiting for you. So some sort of opportunity is going to present itself to you, all right? And we got a key here, and here's the door in answer to our question. Some type of opportunity or door is going to present itself to you, and you're going to have the key, because you are this type of person, the type of person who has stood strong in the face of difficulties and challenges, certain types of challenges. And so therefore, when this door presents itself to you, what will qualify you is your ability to withstand. Okay, I'm getting success. You're going to be very successful in your endeavors, your marriage, your some kind of opportunity you're going to be coming into. Dark woman. Okay, so this could be you, or this could be, if this is you possibly. You may find a good friend who's very loyal to you. You may end up with a good friend who's very loyal to you. You may end up being a beloved of someone who's very loyal, who's very protective. You may end up being successful at keeping yourself looking very beautiful and young for a very long time to come. Very interesting messages there. So these are the things you're gaining access to by the virtue of what you are doing in this lifetime. This is what the gossip is all about. All right, let's keep it pushing here. We have the Shadow Queen. Acquiring knowledge, insecurity, manipulation. Okay. So Pile 3, you're going to be able to take control of your shadow. That's what they're saying about you, is that you're taking control of your shadow, Pile 3. In the spirit world, I feel like you're being, I don't want to say you're being evaluated, but you are being assessed. And because this particular lifetime, there are some challenges you have to deal with in regards to either your career or some benefactor or some boss or or it could be your career that's supposed to be making you a lot of money. There's some sort of challenge like this in your life, or it could be a husband, or it could be an investor, and you're gonna have, it's like you are put on this planet to deal with this person or deal with the situation. And one of the challenges that you're going to be dealing with in regards to this situation is your shadow. Okay, there is something about you, yes, that you need to be working on. And the gossip on you, Pile 3, is that you're going to own it. You're going to win. You're going to take charge. You're going to take command of the situation. We have chocolate. Your shadow element, the thing you struggle with, is going to become something very sweet to you. That's what they're saying about you in the spirit world, is that your shadow element is giving you good things. That you overcoming your shadow element is leading to good things that are very yummy, okay? Things that are very delicious. I feel like overcoming your shadow, okay? Perhaps you get impatient when people act a certain type of way, or when certain types of challenges show up. You start to feel like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to quit. I don't want to take this on. It's too much. It's too uncomfortable. And part of what you were put on this planet was to persist past and beyond when this shadow shows up. Okay, it could be, when you're feeling insecure or feeling like you're being manipulated, or it could be one of those situations where I feel like you're winning though. This is what they're saying about you when it comes to your shadow aspect. Some issue or some flaw that comes up inside of you that threatens to sort of upend the good things, love, money, all that in your life, because of the way you're dealing with a certain challenge. Okay, I'm not saying the challenge is not there. There is clearly a challenge here that you're having to deal with. The Hanged Man suggests this. The two sort of suggestive of this. And I'm getting the Shadow Queen with chocolate. It's like this shadow aspect has been tied into your rewards in this lifetime, Pile 3. It's almost like it's been set up for you. That it's like a carrot and a stick, right? The stick is, it's going to be hard. There's going to be some things you need to work on to push past within yourself. But on the other end lies this rich reward of love. You're going to have love. You're going to have passion, someone who's passionate about you, or you being able to deal with the things you feel passionate about. You're gonna have luxury. Yes, okay, I'm talking money, luxury. That's what I'm seeing in your life, pile 3. That's what they're saying. And comfort. These things remain on the other side as long as you are dominating and taking control of your shadow element. And then when I say shadow element, I mean your challenges, where you need to grow, where you're weak. Okay, and it feels like the gossip on the spiritual world is that you are winning this game. You're winning this game, and your rewards are plentiful. Remember, we said you're getting access. You got the white carnations. It's beautiful. We got chocolates. Think about someone giving you flowers and chocolates because you made it past and you made it through. I mean, you're literally, it's almost like pile 3. The spirit guides are like, oh, pile 3 is getting the rewards we set up for pile 3. So, so she could use this challenging situation to help grow certain aspects we want her to grow. We want him to work on. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so you're winning, pile 3, in their eyes. We have number 12, power, landing near the 2 of swords, and we have theme park. Okay, power. This is someone burning their bra, like feminism. Yeah, garnet. Interesting. So pile 3, the gossip about you on the spiritual realm is that you are shedding certain expectations that you have of yourself, or the society has of you, that they're like, you're supposed to play this role and you're supposed to be like this, and you're like, no, I don't. You're finding what your true power is outside of these predefined roles and expectations being placed on you by society or your family or whoever. You're like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna do something and I'm gonna be powerful, but it's not gonna be this predefined role. Okay, so they're really proud of you. Your spirit guides are saying on the other side, the gossip on you is that you're not letting traditional norms define you, and yet you are thriving. Okay, you're reveling. You're not, like, for instance, I'll give you an example. Maybe you are a mom, you have children, but you don't want to stay at home and raise them. Maybe you want to be able to have a full career, and you're having either your mom take care of the kids, or you're having your husband take care of the kids while you go take care of your career. So spirit guides are saying there's something about you defying these roles that you've been given in life. Or maybe you are you're from a certain lineage, and all your generations before you, they're like, hey, what we do is we do this. We are doctors, or we are cleaners, or we are blah, blah, blah. And you're like, okay, I don't want to do that though, but I'm going to find out what it is I'm supposed to be doing. And so the gossip in the spirit world over you, pile 3, is that you are burning your bra, okay, your symbolic bra, and you are finding a way to succeed anyway. You want to do what is fun. You want to go where it's fun, and that's what you've been doing. That the gossip on you, pile 3, is you're like, I don't want drudgery, I want fun in my life. And you're insisting on this. You prefer to go where you're going to be happy, where the stuff of dreams, the things you dreamed about that you want to do, that's what you're doing. And they're really proud of you because of this. They're proud of the way you're in fact, like for example, I'm getting another example that popped into my head is, maybe we're all told, grow up, go to school, get a job, save up your money, buy a house, have 2.5 kids or 3.5 kids, and blah blah blah. And you're like, no. I'm gonna grow up, that's inevitable. Maybe I'm not gonna go to school, maybe I'll just start a business from when I'm 16 years old, and then you become very wealthy that way. And then when it's time, you don't buy a house, you buy a RV, and you raise your kids and raise your family in an RV, traveling the country. It's like you're refusing something traditional, and it's really empowering you, pile 3. You're refusing a traditional path, and that's what the gossip is about you in the spirit world, okay? And that you're doing really well. The gossip too is that you're finding ways to spend time with your family. You're not doing like everybody else did, where they'd be like, well, I've got to go get this career now. Goodbye, children. Goodbye, family. Goodbye, friends. I'm going to go be in a hole for the next 10 or 20 years until I find my fortune. No, you're like, nope, I'm taking my family with me. I'm taking my friends. I'm sticking with, no, I'm going to have that. I'm going to have that success, and I'm going to have my family. There's something about like you're being defiant and self-empowering at the same time. They're really proud of you about this. Next, we got delight. That's beautiful. And next we have I treat myself. The 9 of Pentacles. So pile 3. So I feel like there's a theme here. Okay, there's something about you living a life of luxury, living the type of life that you want. Almost like, I wouldn't say have your cake and eat it too, but your rewards are plentiful in this life, pile 3. That's what's being said about you in the spirit world. And if you're not seeing these types of rewards right now, you will be seeing them. That is unmistakably, sometimes our spirit guides or ancestors or our loved ones who've passed away, guardian angels, they have an aerial view of what's going on. They can see the past, they can see the present, they can also see the future, they can see future trends. And what the gossip about you is that you're going to be very successful, pile 3, monetarily speaking, for sure. Okay, even when you're going this untraditional path and having to work through your shadow element and work through somebody else's shadow element and all these things, you're going to be affluent, pile 3. Or the gossip on you also is that you are affluent and that you're living a very delightful life, and they are delighted. Okay, pile 3, they are delighted for you that you're living an affluent life on the material plane. Okay, that's what they want for you. Nobody said anything about you got to go to the material plane to suffer and be poor. That's going to be a stage for you to work through. Okay, all right, there's going to be love and there's going to be luxury in your life. Love and luxury, love and lots of money. We got the King of Pentacles, we got the 9 of Pentacles. You're going to be pampered. You're going to be pampered or you're being pampered now. That's the life you're going to be living, pile 3. This is gossip about you. It's like, man, pile 3 is living the life. She goes and he or she goes and get manicure. They wear nice clothes. Their business is flourishing. They're doing it the way they want to do it. They're deciding the path that they're going to take. They're calling the shots. They're growing themselves up. You're not just some spoiled puppy just receiving a bunch of stuff. You're having to really grow yourself up from the inside too. You're doing the hard things, and your reward is love and luxury. Okay, very interesting. Let's keep it pushing here. We got bye, Felicia. Ooh, I love that. Bye, Felicia. Expression used to dismiss someone. Bye, Felicia. And balance. Okay. So, pile 3, I feel that the gossip about you in the spirit world is that you have learned to say goodbye to shady people in shady situations. That's what they're saying about you, is that you said goodbye to a shady person or shady situation. This has allowed you to bring balance into your life. Okay, I feel like you're dealing with a situation that was knocking you off kilter and making you feel like there was something wrong with you when there was nothing wrong with you. And I feel like your inner vision has helped you see this. Okay, I feel like some of you may have told someone goodbye and left that person behind because they were destabilizing you. All right, and I see that regardless of they're saying that it's because of your strengths of personality, your strength of character, and being able to say, you know what, goodbye. Literally says here, bye, Felicia. Expression used to dismiss someone. Whenever this person's acting out or whenever the situation is acting weird, having the power to say goodbye has been one of your strengths. Okay, it's been one of your strengths. It's helped create balance in your situation, create balance in your life. Feeling like you gotta cling and hold on and acting clingy and acting like you can't let someone or something go is the wrong way to go about the challenges you've been experiencing. And you have passed that test with flying colors, pile 3. That's what they're saying about you in the spirit world, is that you have not acted clingy. Okay, you've been able to tell someone or something, all right, you want to act shady, you want to act weird, you want to cause problems, well, goodbye, and let the chips fall where they may. Okay, it's because you've had the boldness, you've had the power to do this, that has brought balance and things being in order in your life. Okay, and this is what they're saying about you in the spirit world, is that you are brave and that you are strong and that you are tough Okay, you're bold, you're sassy, you say what needs to be said. Okay, and it's acting like this, okay, and being like this, that is bringing you all this prosperity, that is bringing you the luxury, that is bringing you the love. That was the code to unlock, that you figured out the code to unlock your life as it is, to get the best out of it. Is you don't take nonsense, you dismiss what is off, what is weird. You accept if something's uncomfortable. You are strong in it. You don't upend everything, yet you are strong, and you're not a pushover. You get what I'm saying? So an example could be, maybe you're trying to get this amazing body and you want to be in this bodybuilding competition, and there is maybe someone presenting you with tempting foods and tempting treats, and you having the strength of character to say, please don't bring that here. I don't want that here in my life. Instead of going along with it and hanging out, maybe having some falling back into old habit patterns and ruining your diet, ruining your figure, instead of, and getting derailed from your goal, right, of trying to win this championship or trying to rank on this bodybuilding competition. I'm just giving an example, guys. Okay, just take it as it resonates. So there's this idea that you have had the strength to say no. You've had the strength to say no to certain drinks, no to certain foods. You've had the strength to say no to certain people, no matter how powerful they were, no matter how moneyed they were, and saying no. And that because of this, okay, stating what your limits are, and confronting the shadow within yourself too, right? Whether it be through saying, I'm not weak, I'm strong, and I know what's good for me, and I'm going to stand up for myself. And things like, where am I the problem? What am I doing? What can I do differently? What can I do better? All doing this kind of deep shadow work, and standing up for yourself. You can see the bra burning is, you've unlocked, there's a formula, you've hacked your life, Pile 3. That's what they're saying. You figured out the cheat code for your life to get money, to get love, to get power, to get greater strength of character. Okay, and what I'm getting, Pile 3, is that this is what they're saying about you in the spirit world, is that it's commendable. It's commendable. It is beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, we got beautiful. I honor the beauty of my physical form, recognizing that I'm truly beautiful inside and out. Pile 3, they're saying in the spirit world that you're a knockout. You're beautiful on the outside, and your soul, your character, your personality is also beautiful. You've learned to hold on to your beauty despite having been through some hard challenges, okay, where you learn how to make those sacrifices that are necessary to attain and maintain your beauty, both physically and within. Okay, so let's take a look at your or a tea leaf card so we can get more information. We got I, psychic ability, trust your intuition. They're saying again that you're a very powerful psychic, Pile 3. This is the gossip about you in the spirit world, is that you are a powerhouse when it comes to psychic abilities. You see the truth of the matter, and you know how to adjust yourself accordingly, though it may be difficult at times, and you do have to get yourself to do some of these things. You at least you see correctly, you choose correctly. Okay, we have the bread period of prosperity and abundance. Again, we're getting that. Okay, we got abundance here. I treat myself. Nine of Pentacles. We got the King of Pentacles. There's abundance there. Okay, we got prosperity and abundance here, and the chocolates represent luxury. Okay, which is also another form of abundance. We're seeing with the Ace of Cups, a beautiful locale where you're going on vacation and having a good life. Pile 3, you are doing very well. You're doing very well. That's what they're saying about you in the spirit. Yeah, in the spirit world, is that you have your eye on the prize and you have it locked down. You figured out how to leave. The cheat code. You got the hack for funneling plenty into your life. Abundance is yours, and that's what is being remarked upon in the spirit world. And if you're not seeing this abundance right now, it is coming. That's what they're saying. They're either saying, oh my gosh, Pile 3 has figured out the cheat code for having money, abundance, luxury, love in their life, or Pile 3 has figured it out. It's coming down the pipeline. Okay, Pile 3 is going to be receiving this very soon. Okay, we got love again. Oh my gosh, guys. Yes, love and abundance is yours. And that is the message here, Pile 3. That's the gossip on you in the spirit world, is that love and abundance is Pile 3's in the physical realm. Wow. Wow, beautiful, beautiful message, and beauty as well. Okay, and that's all I'm seeing in the cards for you, pile 3, as far as what is the gossip on you in the spirit world. If you enjoyed this message, give it a thumbs up. If it resonated, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comment section. I'd love to chat with you. Take good care of yourself, okay? And I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye. Welcome to your reading, pile 4. Let's move your number over to the left. The question is, what's the gossip about you in the spirit world? You may or may not have chosen the candle, or you may or may not have chosen Virgo, Gemini, and Scorpio. Okay, so let me do a vibe check here and figure out exactly what is going on here. What are they gossiping about you on the spirit world when it comes to what your spirit guides are saying, what your ancestors are saying about you, your loved ones who may have passed away recently, guardian angels, your ascended masters, what messages are coming through as far as what is the gossip on you in the spirit world. So pile 1, the gossip on you is that you have triumphed over the darkness in your life. You've triumphed. Okay. You have hope eternal. You keep coming. It's like, I'm getting that, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. That's the vibe I'm getting. I'm gonna let it shine. That you have persisted in keeping your light alive despite challenging circumstances, or circumstances where you didn't know what was happening. Maybe, circumstances where you didn't have information and things were uncertain. Right? You didn't know which way was what's going to be happening, how things are going to turn out, but still you kept your light alive. And this is what they are gossiping about you in the spirit world. They're also saying that you're very spiritually pure, okay? And that you remember your ancestors. You remember the people who have come before you and the people who have passed on. You keep a light alive in your heart for these people, like your ancestors or your beloved ones, like maybe a grandparent figure or a great grandparent figure that you knew about. Maybe you met when you were a child, or maybe that has now passed on, or maybe that you were introduced to after they had passed on, and you were told stories about them and you connected with them in your heart. You could feel them in your heart. The gossip on you, pile 4, is that you remain connected. You keep a light alive in your heart for these people. Okay, and it is noted. Okay, it is being noted. They are aware of it and they're acknowledging it. That's a gossip on you. That you honor your loved ones, especially like maybe possibly just take it as it resonates in like religious rituals. You may light a candle every year at the anniversary of someone's passing, or their birthday, even though they're no longer around. They're also saying in the spirit realm that you are you're spiritual, pile 4. You cultivate spiritual energies in your life. You may meditate. You may make it a point to relax, do deep breathing, and you really try to establish and cultivate positive energy in your life. They're also saying, pile 4, that you're a guiding light for others. You're a guiding light. That you illuminate the darkness for others as well. That you may be a bright shining light in the world, and you're being commended for this. Okay, this is the gossip about you in the spirit realm. That you may shine the light of Christ, or the presence of the divine, through the kind of energies that inhabit in your own heart that you cultivate. Okay, yeah, you really cherish life, and that when anyone passes, you hold on to it. Even after they've passed, you hold on to that light in your heart. You never forget that person. You never forget the things, even though they seem transient or like they've already passed. You keep that light alive. You keep that light alive in your heart. Pile 4. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what the first tarot card is saying. We have the 7 of Cups. So pile 4, the gossip on you is that you have many choices in your life. You have many options. You may have many options when it comes to the love department. You may have many options when it comes to the things you like to do, or when you have you may have lots of wishes, or talents. Even you may be a multi-talented person, and you just got a lot going on. You have a lot that you could get into. For instance, you might be a good jewelry maker, or you could be a good someone who makes drinks. You're really good at that. Or you may have a hobby where maybe you like to go deep sea diving and find clams, and you can get pearls that way. I don't know what it is. I'm just coming up with all kinds of things. Just a variety of things, whatever's popping into my head. I'm also getting pile 4 that they just feel that you are very, you have a lot of options in your life. You don't have a shortage of options when it comes to what you want to do, where you want to be, how you want to, where you want to go in life. If it's in the love department, you got multiple men you could choose from, or multiple options or choices of people that you could choose from. Very interesting. They feel that you're currently searching for a purpose in life, but that you have so many choices, really good ones. And I think there's also the idea that, you have a lot of good options, but be careful, take your time and don't pick, there are some that appear good, but they're actually bad. So you got to be careful, which one you choose. I feel like, what they say about you in the spirit world, pile 4, is that you're very contemplative. You like to, mull things over in your head, consider things carefully. You take your time, okay? You're not the one who rushes to do something. You're not impulsive. You take your time to consider things, which is I feel like they view that as a pro and not a con. Okay, you take your time making choices because you don't want to make the wrong choice, and so you take your time. And so this is a strength they feel about you. That's a gossip about you right now. Perhaps you're faced with a certain choice in life and they're aware of it, okay? They're aware that you have some choices to make, and they really commend you for taking your time and not rushing into one thing over another, okay? We got the Justice card coming up here for you with a compass on it. They feel that you're very truthful, and they feel that you tell the truth and that you follow laws. You're ethical, okay? Part of how you get here, Pile 4, to this place of clarity, to this place of fairness, okay, and truth, is that you take your time mulling things over in your mind, mulling all the different factors or features of each situation, and therefore you end up making really good decisions. This is what the gossip is about you on the spirit plane or realm or world, okay? You take your time before you decide which direction you're going to go, and usually when you make that choice, it's a good choice because you've considered everything, okay? The Queen of Wands. Okay. So pile 4, the gossip on you in the spirit realm is that you have a lot of courage. You're very determined. You're very passionate, and you are very attractive and popular. Yeah, the gossip on you, pile 4, is that you make really good decisions, and what this has earned you is good looks. You dress well, you make good choices when it comes to getting dressed, you make good choices when it comes to what you eat, you make good choices when it comes to a self-care regimen. So you look very beautiful and very attractive. They're saying about you on the spirit realm, pile 4, that you're a very attractive person, okay? Woman or man, you're gorgeous. You dress well, you present well, you look great, and they're complimenting you on this, pile 4. I think the mistake a lot of people make on the about the spiritual realm is they're like, oh yeah, that's the spiritual realm. All they care about is spiritual stuff. That's not true. They care about how you're presenting yourself physically. How is your health on the physical realm? How do you dress? How are you relating to others? You're graded on all these things. You're assessed on all these things. And I feel like something they're assessing you on is the way you present yourself, pile 4, and the way you carry yourself. They also feel that you just make really good decisions. Your picker is on, right? Your picker's not off, it's on. We got the 8 of Wands. Okay, they're saying about you, pile 4, that there are many around you who are making quick and rapid action towards you. Okay, they want to move in your direction very quickly. You attract a lot of suitors. You attract a lot of interested parties. So this could be in the world of business. It could be in the world of love or just dating. They're saying that you attract a lot of attention, pile 4, and you're just very attractive. And even though you have all these choices, you don't jump to any choice that just shows itself to you. You take your time. This is part of what makes you attractive, is that you're not quick to jump on whatever it presents itself to you. You understand that just because something has presented itself to you doesn't mean you need to jump on it. You need to take your time. And also I'm getting that it's like you're aware of the dynamic that others are coming, other choices are coming. So it's like you are being very wise and, waiting till all these come in so you can pick and choose very carefully, okay, and take your time. We have the Knight of Pentacles. I'm also getting pile 4 that once you've made your choice, you get moving very quickly. You're very productive. You got a lot going for yourself. I feel like while you're taking your time, people are making quick decisions towards you. People are impulsively choosing you. But you're not the type to hurry along or be pressured by this type of movement. Okay, so even though others are like, oh my gosh, I want you, Pop 4, you're like, okay, thank you for letting me know that. You're not like, all right, I'm yours. You're more like, thank you for letting me know that. And you may or may not tell them, I've got like 4 other offers and I've got 6 other offers. So just, cool your horses, hold your horses and cool it. Let me take my time and choose. So, what the gossip about you, Pop 4, in the spirit world is that you're studying up on the situation. You take your time. You're not going to rush just because others are rushing, because you know that once you make that choice, there's no taking it back. You got to take the choosing very seriously, and you do. Pile 4. Very interesting message. I feel like you also, what they're saying about you, Pile 4, in the spirit world is that you're very hardworking. Yeah, you take your responsibilities and what you're supposed to be doing very seriously. You're methodical, you take your time, you read the details, then you take the next step, and then you confirm if that step you just took was a correct one. Then you confirm what the next step is, then you take that step. Like, you're very careful, you're very methodical. I feel like you're getting a round of applause in the spirit realm over this, okay? That's why they're pointing it out. We have number 35, difficulties. They're acknowledging that you've had some difficulties, Pile 4. Okay, and maybe this is why you're so careful these days. Okay, we have Andromedans, autonomy, free will, and manifestation. Exactly, and that's why, because of these past difficulties, the gossip on you is that because of these past difficulties, you're going to take your time. You understand now that you have free will to choose. No matter how many are coming at you, how many choices are in your face, you have the power of free will and autonomy, right? Independence. You're going to think for yourself and decide for yourself. You have that power. You're going to take full advantage of it. Full advantage. And that's what they're saying about you. Pile 4. Okay. That you are wise. You know that just because there's many, in fact, because there are many, you need to take your time. You need to take your time. We got a lot of cups here. We got a lot of flowers here. And here's someone just standing around, being patient, waiting, considering. Okay. Next, we're getting the Phoenix, resurrection, surrender to change, and paparazzi. Exactly. You may be very popular, Pile 4. That's what they're saying about you in the spirit realm, is that Pile 4, that you're very popular. A lot of people want you. A lot of people want to work with you. You may be a celebrity. You may be someone who has very popular social media. You may have a lot of offers when it comes to maybe like advertising dollars, or people want to advertise through your platform or your channel, or you may just have a lot of offers when it comes to potential employers or potential lovers or boyfriends or girlfriends, and they're seeing that you're being stoic about it. Okay, you're not going to allow yourself. Maybe once upon a time you used to be like, oh my gosh, all this is for me. Okay, I'll take this one. I'll take that one too. Oh my gosh, I'll take this. You've learned to cool it, Pile 4. That's what they're saying, is that you've learned to be stoic while all these people throw themselves around you, wanting to take your picture, wanting to do this, wanting to do that. You've learned to, okay, I need to slow down. Just because they're going crazy doesn't mean that I need to go crazy. And I feel like perhaps you got burned in the past from making impulsive choices, and this is what they're talking about, is that you have surrendered yourself after having learned your lesson. You surrendered yourself to change and are now stoic around these tons of options throwing themselves at you. Okay, you no longer do this, and that's what's being said about you in the spirit realm. We have number 24, wish, lapis lazuli, and small town. So Pile 4, they're saying that your wish is coming true. If you haven't seen signs of it yet, then know that this is a sign that it's coming, because a lot of times on the other side, on the spiritual side, our spirit guides, our ancestors, our loved ones who've passed over, our guardian angels, ascended masters, you name it, they can see, okay, that what's coming for us, they can see it. And so for them on that side, it's almost like, past, present, future, it's all one thing. And so they can see it all. And so what I'm getting for you, Pile 4, is the gossip on you is that you're going to be celebrated. You're going to be celebrated. Perhaps there's going to be, you're going to be chosen for something. You're going to be chosen for something, or you're going to choose the right one. Okay. And you're going to make a wish, and you're going to blow out your candle after you made your wish in order to help it come true. And they're saying that wish you made when you were blowing out your candle on your birthday cake, it's going to come to pass for you. Okay, for some of you, that wish may have been you want to move to a quieter part of the world where you aren't so inundated by all these incoming traffic, people wanting to ask you questions, get your autograph. You want some peace and quiet. You want to be in a place where people hardly know you. That's possible. And I feel like you're going to be getting your wish. You're just very popular. You're just very blessed and fortunate to be very popular in this lifetime, Power 4. And I feel that your spirit guides are aware that you just want to be solitary. You just want to be by yourself. You want to go to a quiet place where there aren't a lot of people, or at least a lot of people who don't know who you are. And this is kind of what you're being wishing for. Or it could be that you are lonely right now, and maybe you would like to be more celebrated, or you would like to be more popular. Spirit guides are saying you are the type to be popular, and your wish is going to come true. If that really is something that you want, then you're going to be getting that in your life, Power 4. You're going to become more popular. You are made of the right stuff to attract crowds to you, like we're seeing here with the amusement park, and with the Queen of Wands exuding popularity and being the type to catch many people's attention. Spirit guides are seeing the gossip on you in the spirit realm, Power 4, is that you are the stuff of a celebrity, a celebdom, to be honest. Okay, your beauty is radiant. You're doing something too. There's some type of activity that you may be engaged in that is going to attract a lot of crowds. You're going to attract a lot of attention. You're going to become an attraction. Okay, that's another message coming through as well. So this wish is going to come true for you. Like I said, the spirit guides can see into the future as well. So I feel like if you don't have this in your life and you would like to be more popular, like for lots of people to come to you or come to an attraction that you're creating, you're going to be getting that, Power 4. Or that you're going to be getting it. Okay, we have going forward and 4 of Wands. I always have something to celebrate. So, Power 4, I feel that what's being said about you in the spirit world is that you, when you have a place to go, you know which path to take. The path you need to take has presented itself to you. Okay, the path you need to take has presented itself to you, and I feel like you have been going forward along that path. You have, and this is what they're wanting to acknowledge. They're aware that you have taken a path onto this land that's more natural, away from perhaps the city world. You got paparazzi. This is out in the city, and you're going to go visit nature, and you're following your instincts in doing this. Okay, it says here 4 of Wands. I always have something to celebrate. So I feel like your family members, your down to earth people who used to know you when you were maybe more basic, or you were, you want to go back to your hometown or whatever. I see that you're going to be celebrated. There's going to be a party. That's what the spirit guides are trying to say, is that you made the right decisions, and you're very attractive, and you're very popular, and as a result, you're going to be celebrated in your hometown. Okay, you're going to be celebrated. That's what I'm seeing as a prediction. Also getting that you are the type to move forward. You don't let yourself get stuck with impulsive people or impulsive situations. You let yourself move forward, and you go ahead and gather all the preparations, gather all the items you need for doing this kind of an event. And, you may throw a really good party or something like this. That's possible. Your spirit guides are saying that you're a party girl. You're a party animal, Power 4. You love to party. And they do enjoy this about you. They do think it's a good thing. They think that it brings you a lot of peace, and that you deserve it. You deserve to party, Pile 3. Next, we're seeing main character energy, charismatic person. Okay. And when unsure how to proceed, simply take each next step as it's revealed. Okay, Pile 4. Yeah, you're being told to move very carefully, and I feel like you are. We talked about that earlier, that you take your time making these choices. Okay. I'm getting that you are the main character of your situation. Okay. I feel like you might be a celebrity or someone who is sort of high ranking, and there's this idea that that you're the one with the skills, you're the one with the ability to get around in difficult situations. You give off the main character vibe. So if there's a whole room full of people or a group of people, you stand out to others as being the main one. I don't know why this is coming up as for what your spirit guides are saying. Maybe you live with your roommates and your spirit guides want you to know you're the cleanest one. That's possible. Something like this. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to your last few oracle cards. You have Divine Counterpart. I am magnetically aligned with my divine counterpart, creating a loving, supportive, and transformative union. So pile 4. If you don't have a relationship in your life right now that feels divine, feels like y'all are meant for each other, and you're able to, maturely handle issues whenever they come up and everything's fine, I feel that your spirit guides are saying that they're saying that the one you have right now is a good one. Don't let go. This is a good one you got right now with you. And if you don't have a divine counterpart in your life right now, spirit guides are trying to tell you they're coming. They're coming. And as long as you continue to vibrate with, I get along with, I'm harmonious with, I create a loving, supportive, and transformative, blah, 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 vibe or union, I feel that, then that's the message for you, pile 4. It's the gossip is about you in the spirit world is that you are doing very well. You may have found the love of your life, or you will. They feel like there's signs that you're going to be finding the love of your life, pile 4. Or perhaps you're going to find something you love to do. Something is very important to you is featuring here. We got the scales. Keep your life intact. Yeah, we got the scales. We got justice. Keep your life in balance. So pile 4, I feel like pile 4, I feel like you're being viewed as playing fair. You're being viewed as the one who is like, okay, slow. You're a very skilled individual. You know exactly what you're doing. You take your time. You don't feel the need to hurry, and you're giving off boss vibes. You're giving off I'm owning it vibes. Okay, you're a very serious character. People take you seriously. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, and you're being taken seriously either by a loved one or someone that you're dating. That's kind of like that's the messages about you in the spirit guys. That's in the spirit world. That's the rumors and the gossip about you. We got archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. So I'm definitely getting like a marriage vibe for a few of you. You can see the archway where usually you would put flowers and then you would get married underneath the archway and then step over into your new life together. I'm just getting like scales, archway. I feel like the spirit guides are saying that you made the right decision. If you got married recently and you have someone in your life or you got engaged or you're dating someone, spirit guides are saying that you chose the right person. You chose the right person to either go ahead and get married to, or that you should get married to this person because they're awesome. They're like a unicorn. Okay, that's coming through. Next we have Ant, work, achievement, and success. Yeah, so pile 3, I'm getting that scales, archway, Ant. They also want to acknowledge again what's being said about you in the spirit world is that you're a hard worker. You are a hard worker, and you create new opportunities for yourself. And there's always an opening for you, pile 4. Okay, it could be that you're maybe you build houses for a living, or you do some heavy lifting. I don't know what it is, but I feel like your spirit guides are acknowledging that you're hardworking. You're able to get a lot done, and your decisions can be trusted. And you're almost at the threshold of something big. Perhaps you're gonna be getting married, or perhaps a path is gonna be opening up that you can just walk right through in order to correct or balance out some of these energies. Yeah, spirit guides are saying that you have found the right one to marry, and that this person is very hardworking. They're willing to do their part of the do their share. And that's what I'm seeing in the cards for you, pile 4. If you've enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If it resonated, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching and bringing your energy to the spread. I hope, let me know what you thought in the comment section. Take very good care of yourself, okay? And I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye! Oh, sorry, one more thing, pile 4. The gossip on you in the spirit world is that I'm seeing that I feel like you're moving slow. You're taking your time. You're not going to just jump onto anything or anyone. And spirit guides are saying you're on the right track. If you do not have that person in your life right now, you're still kind of like stuck with, I don't know these people, who they are. Spirit guides are saying that he's coming or she's coming, and you will know this person by how hardworking they are and how they may move a little slowly on things, but if they say they're going to be there, they're going to be there. And so this is basically giving you a confirmation that you are going to end up choosing someone who loves you, who you feel very close to, who you feel like is worthy of you, and you're gonna be worthy of them, right? Anyways, that's what I'm seeing in the cards, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Take good care of yourself, okay? And I'll catch up with you next time. Bye!